Hey, yo, what's popping? This is Mr. Pato, the GOAT, jack of all trades, master of my fate. And I'm out here with Kimo and DJ Trinity. I got Uma, my producer, behind the scenes. And we're about to get it right now. So yeah, I'm going to let the gents introduce themselves. Yeah, I'm quite excited and I hope you guys are excited too for what we're about to tune in. Yeah, I think let me just start on that side and then we're going to end with my nigga right here, DJ Trinity.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy DJ Trinity. Thanks for the intro, my guy. Really appreciate it. Yeah, man, you know, it's DJ Trinity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
there's a slogan to
music is my escape, dog. Like, yeah, man. You know, this thing started in 2017 and there's been many ups and downs. But yeah, man. Since I have the spirit of a lion, dog, you know, I never give up.
But yeah, it's quite interesting since you are now DJ Trinity because, I mean, I'd say I grew up with you, we went to the same schools.
Sure.
I knew you as an athletic guy, like very athletic.
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
that shift from sports and athletics and everything now to music, I want you to tell me about that. If you can just tell me how that happened, because I'd say you're also jack of all trades. Like you're mastering the physical side and then you're also touching on the music side. That's very interesting. Tell me about that.
Okay, so the crazy part about that is, my G, is that I've loved music actually since the age of 5 years old, dog. Yeah, well. So growing up, there was even once my mom's put me on stage at the age of 8 years old because I used to love Michael Jackson and Usher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well. And then my mom put me on stage. As an 8-year-old, I went dressed up as MJ, dog. Yeah, boy. And I went to go, because I can dance too. Yeah, boy. That's the crazy part, they say DJs can't dance.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
boy. Just cancelling all that out.
Yeah, cancelling all out, yeah, boy, because I used to do break dancing and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, as
time went like crumping was also a style back then.
I used to crump as well, dog. Yeah, boy.
Oh,
so, yeah, there's something people don't know. I can still crump, though.
Oh, yeah.
So, when I turned about 13, 14 years old, right? Uncle Linton, Casey's dad.
Oh, yeah?
You know Casey?
Yeah. Casey's
dad used to take me, like when he's going for a gig and stuff.
Yeah.
He would take me and CV, and we would go and like carry the speakers for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Then we go with him, we help him set up and stuff, and then he paid me 50 rand.
At that time?
Yeah, I was young, though. I was a small lighty.
It
was a lot at that time.
Yeah, 50 bucks was a lot, but it seems like,
You check. So then, what I would do is every time while he's DJing, I would stand behind him, and I'm watching what he's doing. Yeah, boy. I would watch what he's doing and stuff, and then I would get home, take my mom's laptop, and I downloaded virtual DJ on her laptop.
When was that? What year was that?
Oh, bro, I won't remember the year, but I was about 13, 14, dog.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, boy, I was like 13, 14. I had my first gig when I was 16. Yeah, boy.
Where was that?
At Top Camp.
Oh, right.
Yeah, boy. You remember when Top Camp still used to boom? Hosting and all that.
Wait, was it what you call an after party?
No, I hosted a pin.
Oh, yeah, you hosted the after party.
Yeah.
But your first DJing gig, that was at that year.
It was my own event.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about the gig now. When you say the first time you DJ'd, event, it was 20. What, we were 16.
I was 16.
Shit.
Yeah, bro. I was 16 when I got my first gig. It was actually my own event, like I'm saying. It was a pins down that I was hosting. Yeah, bro. So yeah, man, that's where everything just started
unfolding.
Yeah, went to university, dropped out of university. Yeah,
for the music,
for the music, dog.
And you've been pushing, dog. I won't lie, you've been pushing, dog. Because that's interesting. Life does take its toll differently, dog. And you're still here, and I feel like you're still pushing in this. You're gonna go very far, or you're gonna go very far with it. That's very interesting. I also want to know more about this guy right here next to me. Because growing up, we used to look up to him.
We used to listen to 6'4".
Yeah, 6'4", that's what I was about to say. Before people know Kimo, we knew 6'4", dog. And we knew 6'4", and from 6'4", now he's Kimo, dog. Please tell me about that, bro. Like, when did the music start for you? Like, for you to like just tap in proper?
Well, so what happened was, I started when I was like 13. I used to like, I guess I used to like writing. I'm very imaginative, me and my siblings.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So we like to imagine like world building since a young age.
Sure.
Anyway, I'd I'd write whatever, poetry, short stories, all that kind of thing, anything that had to do with writing. And then one day, like my homie at the time introduces me to FL. Right.
Oh yeah.
So it's
like that.
I got this program. It's like a game, but like you make music. So I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? I'm like, okay, cool. So I go there, and I record my first song like within that session. Like basically figured out, okay, cool. I wanna make a beat.
Yeah.
I wanna put lyrics on it, and then I want it on my phone.
Okay.
Alright. So that's how the whole 6-4 thing kind of began. So I took my thing of writing, like, it was like writing rap, but like I didn't know what I was gonna do with it, you know what I'm saying?
But what is 6-4? At that, what did it mean at that
So
time? How did it come out?
At the time I was a big fan of, still a big fan of 50 Cent, right?
Oh yeah.
And he's got that song, I got no pickup lines, I stay on the grind, I tell the hoes all the time, wait, can I swear on you? Like,
Yeah, that's cool, dog.
Like, bitch, get in my car, in my 64, right?
Oh, yeah.
So then from there, it was just like, I mean, my name is Bleep. But,
Sure.
so it kind of like connected with that. And then I called myself that. The song dropped. And then from there, yeah, dog, it was off to the races from that moment.
And then producing, dog. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Like producing. Like when did you start producing? Because I remember when I started music, it was around 2011, 2012.
Right.
And then at that time, there was already like, it was already buzzing that there's a guy called 6-4 and he's
Really?
nice with it. Yeah, at that time,
Yeah,
I was
that's
telling you,
facts,
G,
though.
because I
That's
remember there
facts.
was Bevan at Native
Yeah.
Noise, and then there would be 6-4. There were up there in the life. There were niggas that I knew at that time who would like be buzzing about the 6-4.
No, that's fact.
Yeah, so tell me like production of it, like because I'm sure you were producing it, or was it just beats?
Like I literally studied everything at the same time. Like my goal was, I want to be able to make this song, but now I don't know nothing about what a producer is. I just know there's a beat playing behind a nigga when he's like spitting, right?
Yeah.
So I can spit, I can write. I think now I just need to get like a beat. And then also it would be nice to have like a way to figure out how to put my vocals on there. So when I was introduced to FL, that was like to the production aspects of it. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So we can use this thing. This is the thing that we use to make the back sound, right?
Yeah.
Then the rest I left up to imagination and just like overall computer literacy.
Oh, yeah.
Where I figured it out with him, just like, okay, so now we've made a sequence, like a drum sequence and whatever, and then we put a bass. Don't know where we're pulling this out of,
Yeah,
It's
because
like,
that's what I'm trying to get to, about like where does that all inspiration or
You know what
maybe
I'm
like
saying?
the information comes from?
Granted, like we grew up on music, myself and
Yeah.
my siblings, Josh obviously as well.
Yeah.
So like subconsciously you'd absorb like what your parents were listening to, and I like to imagine like I was actually telling my dad the other day, when I was telling him that I really appreciate his introduction of us to music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which
So it comes from the past.
Yeah, it comes from the past. So there's that element of it too. That's where OG comes from. Like my grandfather, right? My pops is pops.
Oh yeah.
So he was like the original Kimosabe.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. Sure.
In the sense of that, like he was a choir conductor,
Okay.
right? And a teacher.
Yeah.
Right. So just remember, with everything I'm telling you, this was during apartheid. So just basically imagine everyone.
Yeah, the sound back then.
living on hard.
Sure.
Living on hard mode. So like so homie was like a very passionate, and he was known for being like a passionate perfectionist, whatever. And then as a result, his choirs and stuff like that would win like awards. He had like gang like medals and like trophies and shit like that, for that conducting, right? Then the following generation, which is now our parents, they're like now him and his siblings. Like my dad was a pianist. Well, let me just call him. He knew how to play the piano.
Yeah.
Sure. And then he also did vocals, right?
Oh yeah.
Then there was his brother who played bass, and then there was the sisters who played tambourine and percussion and stuff like that. So they were called the Strikers.
That's an interesting combination. Like,
yeah,
it's making sense. Because when I listen to his music, because I also used to listen to your live sessions, like when I'd watch on Insta or anything like that, even like way before, and I'd be like very curious in terms of like okay, because I know like some beats he's made, it's like strictly hip hop.
Yeah.
And then there's also like a part where he touches on that particular sound, and I'm like, that's really interesting on how he's able to separate the two and not like combine. He's able to separate when he's doing this, he's doing this. Sure, and then when he's doing hip hop, it's hip hop.
It's hip hop,
That's very interesting.
Yeah, so with that, bro, just to like let you know, you asked when did it start? Yeah, so then there was that second generation, which was my dad's generation. So music, it didn't skip a generation on us. It just continued because there's pilots.
Shout out to pilots.
It's like a sibling. It's like you used to calling them, but like and then my sister seems to have been bitten by the bug as well. Talking music lately, like her wanting to like throw her hat in the arena. I'm like, hey, dude, it's in your DNA, and plus you've got like. You've got the best guides for like
facts. You've
got the guy who's gonna tell you how to like be creative and how to like make dope shit
and the writing skills too, like
all the stuff to be creative. And then the left brain stuff goes to Randile, who runs his own agency and that type of thing. He's like very in touch with like the professional side of things. You get what I'm saying? So she's in a good space. But yeah, man, it started from there. Then I guess we'll get into the next part
about it. Once we carry on with it. Alright, bet. Well said. Now I get the picture now, because I've always wondered, but like, okay, where does the influence come from? Because one thing I can say about your dog is quality. I think that's that's one thing I've noticed about 6'4" dog. Sorry, Kimo. One thing I noticed about Kimo was quality, bro. Like, quality. I don't know, like, where do you get that from? Because it has to come from a sense, not a sense, but the ability to hear and to decipher. Where do you get that from?
There's two parts to it, right? First of all, as far as the quality side, that I got from Bevan. Because
so you know Bevan?
Bevan. Do I know Bevan though? Bevan was like my khruti dog. And so like I used to always go to his studio because he had like an actual, he
had the actual setup at that time.
There, part by that other building, you check them in the corner where Native Noise was. Yeah, that's like, and then even when he moved. But anyway, my point is, with him, because he was using like Cubase and he had like the studio monitors, and he introduced me to the concept of like mixing and mastering. So now in my head there's always that thing of, okay, how do people do this and how do I get better at doing what I do, right? So naturally I was like, because I wanted to make dope quality music. So I'd go there, I'd watch, and and that's a theme that continued even like after my 6'4" era, and when I was in Joburg already, is that thing of being like a student, like at all times. Like it's easy to get caught up when it comes to this shit, to like with that whole thing of like it's fun, it beats the alternative. It's like it's good times and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But there are opportunities and like pockets of opportunities where you can be sitting with the guy who's making everything work, and you're like, so what is it that let me learn from you. Let me just sit and while everyone else is
like in the moment and everything.
What does Drake say? All of my niggas out partying, I'm the one making the music that they party to. So
I forgot that. Is it take? No, I forgot. I don't want to scream it out.
Kendrick fan.
Kendrick, Dog, that's a story for another day, but we're gonna have
Yeah.
that debate, but it's cool, dog.
Yeah, dog, I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, nah, well said, dog. Now, I wanna jump on to DJ Trinity, dog.
Sure,
So-
CJ.
20, when was your company established? Was it 2018?
Yeah.
2018.
So I established my company, Top Deck Entertainment,
Yeah, Top Deck.
in 2018.
Yeah.
Right. So the crazy part about that is it was me and my friend that I grew up with, 07 Kosi now. Yeah, bo. So I hosted my first event. Yeah, bo. It was
So the company was for event hosting initially.
no, my guy. The company is for events hosting, to uplift and bring up young artists in Kokstad, bro, to motivate people. Yeah, bro. So basically, it's an umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It does everything.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So how it started was, okay, I hosted my first event in January 2018. Can't remember the date. Yeah, I've hosted so many events, bruh. I was actually telling Kimo about this early on in the week. Where my first event, bruh, I won't lie to you, I only had 30 people paying. 30 people paying.
It happens, man.
Yeah, no. People don't understand that, bruh. You just should not give up.
It's all about the consistency,
Yeah,
bro.
bro, exactly.
Consistency.
Because after that event, there was 30 people inside, 250 people outside. Yeah, bro. And then round about 11, I was just like, damn, let me just make it free.
Yeah.
And imagine I'd already spent money from my own pocket. Bro. So I made a big loss. And then things were going around in Kokstad, I'm gonna give up and wada.
It's always gonna be talks, man.
Yeah, you know the story. You know the story.
But yeah, you gotta push
But
through that pain.
like I said earlier on, when you have the spirit of a lion in faith, you don't give up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So okay, how Top Deck Entertainment started, it was all from there. And then me and Sive were chilling in my room. Yeah, well, like, hey, that room, if the walls could speak,
A lot of shit happened.
if the walls could speak. So we were like trying to come up with a name. Yeah, well, what are we gonna call ourselves? And then we actually put our fists together. Yeah, well, like, cause Siva is black.
Yeah.
I'm colored.
Yeah.
Well, people call me colored. Anyways, yeah, colored and black.
Yeah.
But Top Deck basically stands for the bringing of different people together of different ethnic groups and backgrounds. Yeah, well. So that was basically like the biggest.
And dog, you're one of the
mission.
niggas I know that has been on that tip on, like, you know,
Unity.
unity and bring like people like together, dog. No matter the race, no matter the what, dog. You've always been on that tip. You've always been on that tip.
That's why we work well together, dog. Because like whenever we needed to like establish like our team that's around us. Like this is I don't know anybody around here.
Oh yeah.
This is the nigga that has like all the people, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like no, for real, dog. Like it bees like that.
Yeah. Now, my nigga, you moved from Top Deck. I think you mentioned it before, like behind the scenes, that you went for Span. For Span, Iskela, Spani, and then now you're back. Now, we in Kokstad now.
Sure.
You fully understand the industry in Kokstad, the atmosphere.
Straight up.
Yeah. Now tell me, how what's your view on the industry in terms of the music, in terms of the events, gigs, and everything like that? What's your view? Because you understand the space. It's a small town, got a lot of talent, but I wouldn't really say there are gatekeepers or anything like that. But just your perspective.
I'll actually
I'd
like you to carry on with your question, but I'm also on the same situation.
I just want to have your perspective in terms of the atmosphere itself, musically speaking, and the industry itself. Like, do you see any growth, progress, any future when it comes to Kokstad music? Because what happens most of the times is that you'll find that there's talent, but talent leaves. And it becomes value in another city. Instead of like us creating a space and then like people actually blowing up from here. So tell me your perspective, your view on the industry itself in Kokstad and the atmosphere as a whole.
To be honest with you, I'm just gonna be very blunt right now, my guy.
Please, dog. That's what the podcast is for.
I'm gonna be very, very blunt right now. Honestly speaking, there is no growth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
If anything, it's gone backwards.
Yeah, it's went backwards. Because to be honest with you, like, I'll make an example. Like, you look at my events.
Yeah,
bro. You've seen my events. You've been at my events. With my events, you just look at the lineup. Yeah, bro. I make sure, Ubana, that I have different genres on that lineup, right? I've got DJs and artists. So I've got the guy that can sing.
Yeah.
I've got the guy that can rap. I've got a guy that can DJ boom, hip hop, house, whatever. So remember, at the end of the day, when you are doing something versatile, yeah, bro, abantu love that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Very inclusive, true.
Yeah. So now, like, we've been out recently a couple of times, you know, just go chill and like drink, and even like before. We go there and you just hear the same sound the whole night.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, well, you just hear the same sound the whole night. There's no longer rappers being put onto stages. There's no longer, because if you remember EGKM, remember the event EGKM? They used to put every nigga on stage.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true. Because remember at that time there used to be Skinny Romy, DJ, a lot of DJs. It was a big lineup, dog.
Exactly. They were putting on everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So now,
but don't you ever feel the need to actually be the pioneer for that?
To be honest with you,
a foundation or the platform.
So to be honest with you, I don't know if you've heard much about my biggest event that I've ever hosted, the All White Neon Turn Up.
Yes.
I hosted it at Quinoa when it was still called Quinoa. So the thing is, I'm working on turning that into a festival in Ngoko. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So I'm done with doing indoor events and stuff. So the All White Neon comes up to the same thing as Ubana. You're walking into a venue, you're dressed up all white, which is a pure color. And then now you're getting messed up with all these different colors and stuff, signifying that we are a rainbow nation and we are one. Although we are of different colors. That's what all white neon actually means. So I've been approaching sponsors and stuff, and
do you actually see that happen in Kokstad?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Trust me. And I'm putting a stamp on it today. I'm gonna do it. It may not be next year, it may not be the year after, but I'm gonna do that festival. And I'm gonna put all the artists in Kokstad on that festival. Bro, and DJs. Because at the end of the day, it's exposure for them, it's exposure for our town, and 40, it grows the economy of Kokstad because our SMEs are making money. Abo mama badaisa on the side of the road and stuff. Bro. They're making money. Petrol stations are making money because people are coming from different towns and cities to come in just for that festival. You look at Bizana got this Ora Tambo festival they have. This year they've got Janstana on it, they've got Udisma Orisa. Imagine the exposure of Bizana's up and coming young artists and stuff.
On such an event.
Yo, bruh, I won't lie to you, I'm just gonna be honest and blunt again, Ubana. It really breaks my heart that there's no longer festivals.
Because I'll be real with you, Josh and Kimo. You see, a lot of people who actually don't have what you guys may have, and let's say maybe like the studio space, the experience, the skill. I'll speak for the people.
Sure.
They see you guys as the people who are supposed to be putting them on. But I know, of course, it's really not that easy. Like, not everyone can jump on the boat.
We started with nothing.
Yeah, not everyone can jump on the boat. But I'll be real. A lot of people be like, Kimo's not putting me on, dog. I'll try hitting up Kimo. Like, most people don't understand like how she works. Yeah, well, this could be actually a space to clarify that how she does. I understand, but like, not everyone can jump on the boat, yeah, because like there's a lot of shit that's going on. There's a lot of shit that's being worked around on, yeah,
Sure.
Which I'll say like a lot of people actually look at you guys, you people that are like pushing on Samba, like, okay, y'all should like also like, you know, put them on too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
One thing people need to remember, or not remember, but take note of, man, that when we started what we started, the common theme was that we were broke.
Facts.
We were broke as fuck.
Facts. And they're very common between both of us, bro.
Exactly, dog. Like, to the point where, like, because we need petrol to be able to go to this place, we need to be able to, you know what I'm saying, do what we came here to do, and then vibe. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So, but we made a plan. You know, we made plans. Like, every week we're making a plan. Every weekend we're making a plan.
Yo.
To be able to, like, do this thing. Because we know the end. You know, we know what the plan is. You know, so we're sticking to the plan.
Like 10 hands.
Yeah. So we're sticking to the plan, and then eventually, like, things start to, like, you know, open up. Or the doors of opportunity start opening up. Consistency is the key thing. The problem with coming with that thing of, yo, this person should be putting me on, is coming from a place of entitlement. Right? And entitlement never leads to anything good. Right? Because, like, you know, if you want to actually do something proper, whatever it is, whether it's music or any kind of craft that you're passionate about, you've got to be willing to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? There's no easy, because easy way in is easy way out. You get what I'm saying? So if anything, me, like, ignoring your request might have to do with, like, I'm not on those spaces, dog. Like, on whatever, I could give a damn about my
social
DMs. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is this: is that how come now I had to now go through the fire? What am I gonna get?
And, like, for someone to actually prove, I would say, go to the extent of, like, knocking at the door, perhaps, to show that you really are.
But even so, just like value add, dog. This is we're in the music business, right? That's the industry that we're in, and it's a business at the end of the day. If you want to be part of it, like, be an asset, you know, because each and every single individual that's part of this thing, you know, is an asset. You get what I'm saying? You know, there's literal assets that, like, come from, you know, the DJ, the performer, they give a show, right? That's the thing that they produce. Then the content team and the sound team, they make sure that, you know, that aspect is taken care of, dog. You get what I'm saying? And keep in mind, I want to reiterate that point that, like, you can't use not having money. Not having money is not an excuse for for not hustling. If anything, it's a reminder, or it's like a wake up call. Which includes, in my time of being broke, what's the one thing that I actually have for free? Time. You know what I'm saying?
Now that speaks volumes.
Now what am I gonna do with that time? You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna figure out a way to unbroke myself, or am I gonna just be like, you know what I'm saying?
Complaining,
So that's essentially, like, what I can tell you about. What is the question again?
Like the entitlement that people have, just because you guys started where you started and now you're
and
here.
I'm 90, dog. It's documented. That's why I insist on content. Like, so that you can see, oh, no, peace, this nigga, you got it easy. There's the work being done, ground level. It's literally a post of us setting up. First of all, right, having to connect these two keyboards, making sure what kind of mixer we're working with, making sure we have a mic jack and all of that, and we show it there. We don't just show the part where what you know what I'm saying. So don't come at me like on some, like, nah, nigga, like, it was easy. Hustle if you really want this thing, like, for real. You need to understand that, like, you're gonna sacrifice. Like, when niggas hear sacrifice, you know, they think of the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same way you sacrifice with your 9 to 5. You get what I'm saying? You get up in the morning, and I don't like getting up in the morning. You go get stuck in traffic. I don't like that either. You know, then you have to deal with people, which is also another thing I don't like. Or I can just choose to do what I want, keep making shit, you know, and then, like, you know what I'm saying, and still be happy. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, those struggles, it doesn't sting as much as if it was the other way. You get what I'm saying? So my point is this, is that y'all who think that, like, you know, it's just about being put on, because there are people with that mentality. That is a mentality of entitlement. and it's not welcome around me and my energy.
Yeah.
But also in the world, it's not gonna get you anywhere.
It's not gonna get you.
The thing that gets you somewhere is having something to show. Let me tell you something.
Intangible.
Like how I
Like
even
being,
got on TV.
being an asset.
How I got on TV, dog. Like I fucking I was
on that. It was a live show. What was it again? It was
on
SACPC 3 though.
No, it was Yo TV.
Yo
TV. Yeah,
weren't you ever on?
I was on ETV a lot. I'll tell you about that just now. But anyway, so now I'm there with Stan. Shout out Stan. Yeah, he's Stan. Watching this. But anyway, so Stan, he was my guide. Let me say. For my time being in Joburg, it was also my publisher. But But anyway, like so, we went to the SCPC, and now we didn't have an appointment with anyone. We didn't know anyone. Not SCPC, sorry, Urban Brew, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is in Randburg. So we went there. Oh, was last time I checked? I don't know.
I think it's still there.
Yeah.
I think it's still there.
Okay, good. No, so then now we get there to the lady, the one who's like, you know, the difference between you getting in and out, right? So now Stan's like last minute. All right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell this lady that my little brother needs to use the bathroom, right? And she's gonna let us in. Then we're gonna go to the UTV thing. So we had like we had a CD, right? I did like the cover. No, for analysts I did. Oh, Lundy did. Oh no, who was it? I think it was Lundy who did the cover.
Which year is this?
This is 2012.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Nah, you. This guy's yeah.
No, so anyway, like, we go in there somewhere like, it works, and then we go up to this nigga, Akumzi, R.I.P. dog.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. to Akumzi.
So now Akumzi is like, what the hell is this? So I guess for him it was what can I say, entertaining, but also kind of reminded him of himself.
Yeah.
Our approach, because we were like, hey man, look. We've got the Stan comes in. It's like, no, if I've got the next best thing. Yeah, we came with a speaker, right? Like this, a small like Bluetooth speaker. Put it there on his table, played the music, and then we had like a CD case as well. And it's like, all right, I don't know how you guys got in here, man, and like if it's even like legal or whatever. But Friday, come through at 5 a.m. You'll do makeup, whatever, then you'll be on the thingy. And so from there, dog,
from the first approach.
Yeah, so it's like, what I'm saying is it's not an impossible thing to like, you know, to want to do something. And it's definitely, if I put you on there, when are you going to learn?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this I've learned the hard way from like working.
And carrying people on your back. Like when will you learn to walk, dog?
Even with me, dog, to be honest, it was actually also very difficult for me to start working with this man.
Oh yeah.
Like, just to be honest with you, like,
you reckon?
Yeah, it was, dog.
Yeah.
All unfair too. Yeah, but like I look back at it, it was 2021.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah, it was like 2021.
And I just gone.
So this gent was, Kimosabe was walking his dogs past my crib. Yeah, well. And then I was
it when you just got back? Or when you, oh, he just got back from Jordan?
I was at crazy parties, like he says. I was actually the first nigga he met when he came back.
I was in the house like since I got back a lot.
But I'm sorry to jump forward, but like, at that time, I remember we had a conversation about the whole, I think it was an appointment type of vibe. Who was he working with closely with, Tori or you?
More Tori.
Who put Tori on?
Basically, Solomzi.
Oh yeah.
Solomzi brought fish to me.
Oh yeah. Solomzi.
IBSB Tori.
Yeah.
Oh, IB.
Solomzi brought him.
And we were recording at his place. You know, I had my setup there.
Oh yeah.
Check. And so with Tori, I'm actually the nigga that put Tori on the stage the first time.
Oh yeah, I remember we spoke about that.
Yeah.
So now you meet Kimo, your talk. Like with the first conversation I have, is it music or is it just vibes?
Span. First conversation. So I'm chilling outside my garage. I'm just chilling in my own mind and everything. You know, Tina, we love manifesting shit here.
Yeah.
So I'm chilling there, I'm smoking a guai. This nigga walks past. Like, hey man, 6'4", yo. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I was like, shit,
Yeah.
let me go to this nigga, dog. Yeah,
Hey,
boy.
that Josh?
No, dog, I don't. Yeah, boy, I don't
Yeah.
hang.
Yeah.
Dog. Yeah, boy. Went to him, I'm like, hey, yo, Kimo, what. Well, I already knew him as Kimosabe most of the time. Like, yo, Kimo, what's up, what. So, I suddenly introduced myself, because he didn't know me.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, but I knew him
Yeah.
because growing up, we used to listen to
Of course,
his
dog.
music and
Yeah.
stuff, yeah, boy. And then I'm like, hey, yo, bro, this is me. I do events. I'm a DJ. Wada. So it's like, okay, when Tori comes to the studio, come with him, and then come with your documentation as well.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
that's serious
And
business,
your
dog.
profile and everything, yeah, boy. Because I was like to this gentleman, like, hey, yo, bro, I need you to just one thing. Help me getting sponsors so that I can host this festival that I need to host at Kokstad Connect. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
So I get there, he checks the documentation, he goes through it, he's like,
Oh, you actually sorted it out, the documentation, you had it.
Yeah.
I always have my
Yeah.
documentation.
Yeah.
Till now I have, you see when you go to my crib,
Yeah.
my company's documentation will always be there.
Yeah.
My company profile, but like he
And
was
this is
saying,
actually what people need to actually learn about people who are actually starting out. Like, yeah, music is all talent and nice and whatever, but it's also business.
it's
at the end of the day.
business.
It's 80% business.
Yeah.
It's 20% music. Like,
Facts.
See,
you know, that's the thing that people don't want to hear. But it's like, that's why a lot of niggas get knocked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got it the other way around. Basically, with music, man, it's just about like with anything. Like, if you're like, I bet I could make money. I enjoy, what's that, a pot or
yeah, what cooking, whatever,
Yeah,
like
let's
Sure.
say I enjoy making
craft
pots,
and whatever,
right?
yeah. Art.
But now, how can I use that and still make money at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Business
Mhm.
comes
So-
into the picture.
Exactly.
Showcase.
Business takes up a lot
Showcase.
of.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of that, but if you grow with both of them, like I said, now when I started, I grew up with all the, like musically, with all the skills. Like, so the thing of recording, producing, whatever, because I started with those things and they grew together. So, like, it's just like anything where it's like understanding, which is like, monetization.
Okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Just to like, it's not about fame. Like,
Okay.
fame is the thing that gets a lot of niggas in bad
Yeah,
situations.
facts,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Because especially our industry, it's very, what's the word this nigga used? Social currency
Oh, yeah.
is the big thing. You get what I'm saying? So like, beyond anything, you can be dope and whatever, but like, you know, niggas are gonna check them numbers and be like, nah, why isn't everyone fucking with this nigga? But now understanding like Uguti, like, yeah, dope, but there's also a business behind, you know, how those numbers. It's like the business is so intricate, dog, especially since that's the focus. Uguti, like, there's certain things that you can get shot for, like information wise, but like, so I'm not gonna risk that. But my point is that like, there's more to it than just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if you're, for instance, you're gonna come to me and then be like, yo, dog, let me put you on. If we get past the why, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if you don't know what to do? You know,
it happens.
Yeah, it's hard out there, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's sorry to stop you there, Pato. Just to add on what he says. It's the same thing that goes back to what James Brown said. Do you know how James Brown became the guy that was signed to himself?
Oh, yeah?
So he was under label, right? And then his manager, him and his manager were very, very, very close. Yeah. And so then he's having lunch with him one day. He takes him to the Kasi, you know, like in America, they call it the ghetto. Yeah, bro. Takes him to the Kasi, sits with him. He's like, so the label bought him a Cadillac, and he's like, okay. And then he chills with his manager. Then he's like, listen, let's get ourselves out of this, because listen, I'm the music, you're the business. We are in the music business. Oh yeah, I told him.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, bro. there's the music, there's the business. It's the music business.
Yeah.
Now, if you're just gonna be like, hey yo, my music's don't put me on. Ah, come on, dog.
Really doesn't work like that.
Nah.
And what really hits people is knowledge, dog. The education about the music itself.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot that I also didn't understand until like I started like I think varsity was what taught me. Oh shit! Because I started meeting other people who were more exposed to the internal part of the music industry itself, and that's when I was like, oh shit, I knew nothing about this.
And that's why it's important to like be able to like share that information, especially with like when you're developing artists, right?
Sure.
Like YBSB tour, right? So with the
I know what you're thinking, but
information is key, dog.
Sure.
Information is key.
Yeah, dog. So anyway, with him, like he wasn't my first, go around with like this kind of thing. I have a knack for being able to. I mean, I have the facilities to like get the song done, get the cover art done. Get the song on the radio, publishing, all of that. Who gets paid and whatever, distribution, all of that. Basically, the artist 101.
Okay.
And I've had my success cases. You know what I'm saying? People who are now touring, people who are touring as well. That sort of thing. Yeah. So the latest one, how Fish even came into, how YBSB even came into the picture was. I asked like, I asked Manu to
who's
like,
hot?
Who's hot? Who's the hottest?
Yeah.
Like, bring me that person.
Yeah.
And then let me see. I also want to see your taste and whatever. So then, anyway, he was brought to me. And then one thing with me and artists, especially when it comes to the development phase, is like when it feels right, right? Because I'm not really like a people person like that, especially when it comes to meeting like new people and stuff like that, and especially like kids. So now it's like but once the energy feels right, or we just like
there's productivity and
or if most importantly, like if we like connect like on a I guess from the level of like the energy that because I like pure energy, dog.
No hidden agendas.
I like real things, like genuine articles. That's what I insist on. You know what I'm saying? So that's one criteria to fit. The talent part, they're in luck because there's a lot of that like I assist with. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's like, a nigga needs help writing, a nigga needs a proper beat, or how should I deliver this, that kind of thing. So that's basically my method of like my methodology when it comes to working with artists. If it feels right being with you. And as a result, like, whenever we're in the studio, I don't feel like, it's this nigga again.
Because it happens, bro. It happens. And music is so sensitive, dog. It's really about energy. Because even when you listen to music, you can tell when this nigga is really about what they're talking about and when they're not. So music is very sensitive. So I really get where you're coming from.
Yeah. So that's what it is, man. About it's just a passion of mine. I just like passing it forward, and like I love making music. But now sometimes I don't feel like making music like as for myself. So why don't I share that with like someone who is looking for like a situation where they can like and they I guess deserving, I guess, in a way. Like I said, Fish was YBSB was because sorry man, we call it
that's cool, dog.
That's actually his nickname. That's how we call him Fish.
With him. But like it's just about like if we can get in studio, and because our sessions are just like all right, what if we like to I told himself like let's not overthink it. As a result, we have an EP that like trying to finish. I'm just waiting for him to do some of his other obligations.
So
man.
Okay, right. Before we run out of time, there's one thing I want to know: your biggest collaborations from when you left Kokstad.
Okay.
I don't know if you've actually worked with Devin. I don't know if you guys have
song
together or you recorded anything with him.
I did, but like I didn't hear the song back. When we were like, when I was still young. But anyway, biggest collaboration. So basically, my entry into the industry was also in 2012, where I linked up with iFine, right? So calling the track I think I'm missing nine.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was still in between Kokstad and Joburg. I made it on my brother's shitty like computer that he had at home.
What are you talking about?
The beat for the beat for that song Gomez at Night.
What do you mean, dog?
What? As in,
He done the beat.
You made the beat.
Yeah, it's his beat.
I sent it to I forgot what
Dog.
It's his
No
beat.
fucking ways, bruv.
Yeah, so we worked on like
No ways. I mean, sorry about that, dog.
Yeah,
This
it's all
is
good,
strong.
man. Oh, there's a lot more like time. Let's extend it by 5
Nah,
minutes.
fuck that, dog. Let's go with it, dog.
Okay, so then from there, that's where the journey kind of started because we'd seek people out, right? And there was Dimples, DJ Dimples,
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. DJ
With
Dimples.
Max.
Before that one,
Oh, yeah.
he did an album or a mixtape or whatever, and on the intro, he was like, I did the hook and the beat for the intro of that project. What is it called? Zeal, right?
No ways, dog.
Then
Who am I
after
sitting
that,
with, dog?
Yeah,
Who
it's
am I
crazy,
sitting with?
dog.
Because I remember, was it 2012 or 2013? When was it not? Dog,
Mhm. It
I
was a
would
beat
listen
song.
to that. I would
Yeah.
listen to that song just for the beat, and a
Sure.
lot of my vocal training I did on that
beat.
Like
That's
I'll
great.
download the instrumental, dog, and I'll just like freestyle whatever I'm trying to freestyle because I was trying to like get my vocal like right, dog.
yeah, dog. So I mean, and then hey, dog.
No,
Don't forget
fucking
4
ways.
steps back.
Oh, the latest one.
4 steps back.
Yeah,
Just when
yeah.
you're best. That's his beat.
Yeah.
Go search the track and then
No
you'll
ways,
see
dog.
it there by the credits, bro. Kimosabe Productions.
But some of my some of my biggest ones was so crazy thing happened. I'm still trying to figure out. But I just released Ninth Volume 2, right?
Yeah. That's your reason, right? Yeah.
Then no, that was from like that year. I don't know if it was 2018 or can't remember. But anyway, that time I get I don't know if it was an Instagram DM or whatever or WhatsApp or something. But anyway, this nigga I know like hollers at me like it's in the middle of the night, so it's probably daytime there by then. He's like, yo dog, like your voice man, I've got some beats. Can you hop on these joints? And then now I see this nigga's like the picture and whatever, and it's like, wait, I know, is this not the nigga from like Major Lazer? And I'm like, nah. So I'm thinking, nah, it's not him.
Sure.
Probably it's a dream.
But the
yeah.
beats like were like were proof. So we did like some stuff together. One of the tracks ended up being used by this UK group called Ill Blue. Shout out to Ill Blue for that. It's called Show and Tell.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've got like
They're also in like hip hop or it's a different type of
no,
sound?
they DJs.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what the genre is, but they release like a mixtape. But I think they are like within the hip hop R&B type.
Oh,
Right? Yeah, it's eclectic. So there's that. There's dude. Dang.
There's a lot, dog. Like
Yo,
the catalog is way too much, bro.
Kanyani,
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah, there's
You name it.
Yo, you name it. Dog.
Yeah,
like
that's-
basically this nigga's
Dog,
got
where
the
am I
whole
sitting with,
industry,
dog?
Yeah.
Like, okay, now when does the writing, because when I got to see more of you in terms of you being on a beat, I think when you were back in KT's.
Right.
So when did that start? Because I've always known you for like production, Now you hopping on a beat, when does that start? Oh no, actually, when was that performance? There's the ETV performance. I also think that you were performing at that time.
So that was the Shizness competition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, like I'd always been like, remember when I started, right? Like I mentioned, from when I started, it was like writing, rapping, like finding my voice. I was making songs. Making songs and producing for other people was like sort of an extension of that.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The same thing as like with writing, for like other people. It's an extension of something that I already do for myself. Yeah. So it's been since the beginning. Let me put it like that.
Yeah. No, dog, this is way too much, dog. The one that still got me like is Ingom is Nandi, dog. I mean,
Sure.
that's a hit, dog.
Yeah,
A timeless hit.
Yeah,
Timeless
right.
hit,
Like,
oh,
I appreciate that, man. It's about making like timeless music, though, because that's how the royalties like keep coming. If you have something that people will want to keep on playing, then it's gonna keep on making money.
Tell me about your current album, Sad Time Summon.
Yeah, so
what's happening with that?
What's happening with that is this, man. I was using this other piece of shit distributor, right? And then they fucked up my release. So I didn't get my Smart Earl and it wasn't on Apple Music. But also on my side, I wanted to like really mix it and master it a bit more and that kind of thing. And give it like a proper like release, you know? Because I put it out there, my main thing was I just like people being able to like access, including myself, to just quickly access the songs. You get what I'm saying? Instead of having to go to like my Google Drive and stuff like that. So I'm re-releasing it. Why it's Afro Tech is because, so here's the thing, man. When I was in Joburg, I'd stayed with my friends, R/were, some are some were, but anyway, are all into like Afro Tech, right? They were producers, they were DJs, you know. So as the years, you know, we were all like, you know, you know, trying to like make something happen, and I was the R&B guy, and pop and whatever. But you know, I had something that I could work with like the other gents, you know, because I do vocals and writing as well, you know. Then anyway, beginning of the year, I started reaching out to like those contacts that I could get. Just to be like, hey man, send me a beat, let me bust something for you. You know, those that replied, we made magic. Those that didn't, well then that's when that's what made me want to make some Sad Time Summon. So it's like, fuck it, man, I wanna make, even me, I wanna go overseas, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to make this stuff, and I've been given the appreciation of it because, especially shout out to Tandy. Hey Tandy.
Shout out to Tandy.
Yeah, because she's the one who kind of like, you know, taught me about Afrotech, like she instilled it in me. Like when you feel it, that's when you know, you know.
Sure.
So deep down, I believe like she knew things were gonna end up going this way. You know what I'm saying? But with regards to like genres, as far as genres go, bro, I am a genre. Fuck like having to box myself into you know, if I feel like doing a R&B joint, like on my Instagram, now that I think about it, there's literally a rap joint. There's an R&B joint, and then there's like all these Afro-tech joints. But anyway, the album is still, the EP is still coming, you know, and it's gonna be a sad song. But no, I should not say that. But yeah, that's the story. So it's currently not out.
That's dope. And for you, Josh, anything you're working on, dog, that we can expect quite soon, besides like you guys extending out of KDs? Anything that we can expect from your side?
Like for me, okay, there's also actually a couple, but in terms of, me and Kim actually spoke about it. So since I have like this spiritual gift of motivating people, well, I'm very good at motivating. So we're also working on doing my first motivational actual video, because I started doing motivational speaking like when 2016, while I was still in high school. And then also, there's a clothing brand I'm also working on.
But if I can also jump in, like, more than anything, like as far as like, especially what we've got going on, right? Because I want to talk about that, which is like, you know, what's the dynamic like, dog? You know what I'm saying? Because one thing is this, nah, I ain't want to be no DJ, alright? But then I knew I have somebody who can do this shit properly, you know. So in all our endeavors, the main goal is, you know, that we get discovered for like, you know, our as much as a unit, but also for our own separate like things. So if somebody's like, hey man, your DJ like plays a main set, because this is what Josh does sometimes. He'll play like a set after, because our set is like 30 minutes. The performance. And then, you know, he hits a set.
I'd go into my set.
So when people see him on that tip, you know what I'm saying, then it's like, hey man, like you trying to play here for X amount, you know, that type of thing. Or my content guy, like, hey, that's a dope picture. Hey, dog, do you like do photos for, you know what I'm saying? Everyone has their like that's when you're coming in as an asset.
Yeah.
You know, and we're all working as like, it's like, I like to say Kimosabe is like Sade.
Yeah.
So you know Sade is, you know Sade the singer, but then it's actually the name of the band. But then it's but there's like a bunch of other people like who are behind. So just to add to what Josh is going on, has going on, dog. What me and you are doing, dog, is like, it's big, bro. Like,
it's really big, bro.
So,
and I honestly feel people are not ready, bro.
Yeah.
For about what's coming. People are not ready, dog.
Because like it's a fucking dope combination, dog.
Showcase.
Keyboards, DJ Trinity.
And whereas both of us have been through so much shit in this fucking industry.
Yeah.
Like, honestly speaking, we've been through so much fucking shit.
Like, how do you guys deal with the struggle? I mean, like, dog, it's tough out there. It's tough. The industry is very clogged, bruv. Like, how do you keep on?
Well, what I'll say is this: it's tough, not just us in the industry, but just as like the youth as a whole. You know, with like the unemployment shit.
Yeah.
So I was just we were talking about it like recently, just to go to like, you know, in this like when it comes to like South Africa, like I'm not in any way like into any politics or stuff like that. But this is just from being a youth in South Africa. Like anyway, so like it's like there's no jobs. You know what I'm saying? There's no opportunities. You get what I'm saying? It's tough out there.
No
so,
capital, bro. Like, like, you know, invest in something. You know, because there's no span, though.
Exactly, dog. So the best thing to do is to just create your own opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And like, just as far as the struggles I went through, dog, I don't know, for me personally, it's just that thing of, both me and Josh had that same amount of, this is gonna happen. Like, you know, regardless of whatever type of mentality. Something as simple as like, dog, getting stuck like with the car from when we were trying to go to the gig.
Bruh.
It's raining. But then now we said we're gonna get there at this time, dog. But then now that time, you know, like things like those. And then there's also like, what can I say? There's also so many aspects of it, bro. Like the people aspect. I mean, like stepping into people's territory. You get what I'm saying? Like niggas see, like, you know, there's these two, you know, these two young handsome motherfuckers. like walking
Don't forget that.
You know, walking into this bitch with like 2 keyboards, a microphone. You know what I'm saying? There's a guy taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? There's a guy who's there to make sure the sound is proper. Now I came to play what you call this thing, Sister Bettina. You know, I'd be mad as well, dog. Shit. So as a result, you know, we've had to face those kind of adversaries. We go to like, but the best way to conquer it is like we know what we came here to do. We do what we need to. We've done what we need to do. That's the important thing. We got our content. You know, we got our payment if we're getting paid. Alright, good dog. Whoever has anything else, bro, niggas would literally sabotage you like during sound check. Sound check.
That's real shit because a lot of people complain about that.
Sound check, like it's not a thing. I said Kokstad. No, I'm just saying, just based off what I've seen, people are just expected to get on stage
and just go perform.
You get what I'm saying? But you've got 2 fucking keyboards, dog. You've got a mic that also does fucking vocoding, right? You've got a dope ass DJ. You know what I'm saying? You've got a dope set, and the songs aren't half bad either. You know what I'm saying? Your people are gonna dance at your event. So then why must you come now with this thing of like, we're trying to do sound check? I don't know what it's about. In the shanties of like purposely like trying to like fuck around with like the meters and stuff like, so it's things we've dealt with shit like
effects
and then now I'm hearing effects. I'm just trying to make sure I sound good for y'all tonight, but you're like, sound check. It's called a sound check for a reason.
Sound check.
Come on, guys. If we wanna like seriously, if we wanna like get to a point where, you know, we are, what's that thing they wrote there, like a first class city by the. It starts there. You want people to be entertained properly, right? You don't want like politics like that. Which is, look, bro, not everybody came to see the DJ.
Yeah.
I can do that at home on YouTube. You know, it would be nice for like, you know, you open things up and just be spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just how I feel about that, man.
And let's Kokstad Connect.
Like, hey, dog. Okay, like I really see now where you guys come from when you were talking.
That's why I
about
was done with Kokstad.
Yeah, like now I get you guys,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm on the outside, yeah, but and
Yeah.
you know, obviously, if I really don't know what's happening inside, I'll judge from what I
I
see
get what you're
outside, yeah, but so now I'm like, this is actually quite a good conversation to have, because now when people from the inside speak about what's really happening, that's when you get to understand.
Bro, it's sabotage because niggas are hating because we came with some new sauce.
Yeah.
And they still want all gold. Nah, dog.
Well, what's that about, dog?
No,
What's
like
that
I
about,
said,
like-
man, like for instance, it's like it's just that it's the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that's not gonna make, because Nyani, dog, like from where not whatever, but when I'm in other places, the entertainment is varied. You know what? Yeah, like variety is the spice of life, right? So every time you're gonna go, the problem is it's also like, you know, it's the people versus the art.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? People have this mentality. I've seen it like with my own people in terms of like, I guess, family members. They have this idea that I can't perform in certain places because they won't get what we're doing. But now the crazy thing is, like, that's never been the case, because now you're undermining the people to. Like this nigga, after every gig, someone has come and been like, has appreciated what you guys did there.
Not even someone, people.
People.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They come and they're
And
like,
that
yo,
matters,
dog.
dog.
Yeah, well, so what does that tell you? That tells you that, you know, there's a space and a platform. I know too many like talented guys that like I always meet like in the street, and I'm like, hey, as you know, if there was some sort of platform, or are you gonna be performing at X club or X place, right? And they're like, nah, dog, it's just, you know, the DJs. How's anything gonna grow from there, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Because even like sometimes recently where we'd go out like to these clubs and stuff, like just going out.
Yeah.
Well, as me and Kimo, we just going, chilling, having a few drinks. Abantu bazofika bazothi ubana, hey, are you performing tonight? Just be like, nah.
There's that demand. Dog, people want something different. It's just that.
You know what the other crazy part is? Sorry, Kimo, to stop you there. The other crazy part is like, so Kimo got us like the Trend gig, and then we worked together to get the Baha one.
Yeah.
Then
And
after that, I was
also
like,
the one that you did the last time was Tori on that one too.
no, not the one with Lancer.
Oh,
Yeah, shout out to Gift and the owner of Tranquility.
Yeah.
Anyways, then the Chillas one. So how that happened was like, I was like to Kimo, John Mfethu, into Sienzayo, let's do this, bruh. Ubana. Let's also show the people that we can also go to the Kasi, dog. And show the people that we can also perform in the Kasi. We can come with our keyboard.
And you actually did that with that music video you did with That was very interesting. I was actually surprised about that.
Yeah, Cinco Swirl.
Yeah.
And then also then when we went to perform at Chilas, well, shout out to that Golani, by the way, because that Golani high, he picks up for us big time, dog. And even after our performance, he was blown away, dog.
I was like, I need you niggas to come back. And it's the same thing that happened also at that other place where they wanted us to come back as well. You know, so there's already that thing of, all right, we want you guys, and we were gonna come back, but now we also have like stick to the plan. You know?
So which places are you guys looking at?
Outside.
Yeah.
Durban, Joburg, the rest of the place. So there's places that I have like, you know, we all have like sort of connections with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the point is to get the show on the road.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I think that begins with Roots, which is in Mount Aleph, on the 24th. I don't know, but by the time the video is up,
it's gonna be over the 24th, probably.
But
that's
anyway,
this Tuesday.
so that's sort of us closing out, obviously, the year, and also just phase one of our operation. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's always love, like in Mount Aleph, because I'm a Mount Adolf boy.
Oh
myself,
yeah. Oh
you know
yeah.
what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So like, you know, shout out to Lego man for always like putting it's his event.
So all this is completely independent.
This is all independent, dog. There's nobody like to the point where, dog, you don't understand. Like when I say that we have to like patanisa, like every just that we
make
can,
sure.
you know, like when, you know what I'm saying. But now when you know that there's like an actual objective that you can see, you see, that's the important thing, dog. If you can't see that shit, then like how are you gonna know what it looks like when you get it? You know what I'm saying? That's how people get into that thing of like, you know, like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Nah, nigga, all you need to do is know what it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to drink this, the intention was there, now the action.
Yeah, the action goes with it, though.
So, and also consistency, despite how hard it is, because it's been hard.
Yeah.
I thought it's been easy, dog. Like, you know, just like, you know, and to everybody who's like, you know, helped out. You hear it in like the songs, in like, you know, or other artists and stuff like that when they tell you to like, if it wasn't for, there's a song, my song for this year was Worst Comes to Worst by Dilated Peoples. Where you went, worst comes to worst, my peoples come first. You know what I'm saying? So that, I don't know, that song just kept me going. Like, you know, even in those times where I'm thinking like, what are we gonna do next? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, dog, we're here for the resistance.
On that tip, dog, when you get into the studio, and I'm sure you've experienced a creative block, what's one thing you do, or what's one thing that gets you out of that creative block?
So, one thing is to like, when you have like creative ideas, right? You make sure that you make a note of it or a voice note of it or something. Something you can go back to. Then you start stockpiling those things. So when you're in a situation where it's like, shit, I gotta make a song. Let me scroll through my ideas. I immediately have a melody or whatever, or I have a title for something, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not always gonna be creative. And that's why it's important to like, you know, break it up in between. You don't have to now every day, because you'll burn yourself out, and it's not it's like, it's not nice doing something like, you know,
you're not
too
enjoying
many,
at the time.
or doing something too much, or too, you know, something nice too much. You get what I'm saying? Creating is nice. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So for me, that's how I deal with like creative block. I've got like what you call this thing, an archive of ideas that I can always like go back to if it fits the bill, or if I have a day when I feel like, okay, now I read, this is what I want to do. I want to make this song. Then I know, I already know how it goes. Because when I go in the studio, I go, for the most part, I go in knowing already like what it is I'm going to produce. You get what I'm saying? I just need to actually do the thing.
Tell me about the best song that you've created yourself and produced for yourself. On a solo. You being solo on it. The best song, that means something to you. I'm sure every musician has that song. Sometimes it's really not the most known, but it's just your song.
It's your track.
Tell me about that song.
I was not ready for this question.
Tell me about that song. There has to be one, fam. Nah, there has to be one.
Okay, shit, dog. Yo.
Dog, like when you're chilling at home and then the lyrics just come back for you, or maybe the melody, whatever it is, dog. You on a solo,
dog.
There has to be that one song.
Can I come back to it?
No problem at all.
Like it's like yes. Okay, no, give me a second.
Yeah.
Yo.
We'll give you Kanye's time.
Because I really want to hear it.
Let's give you Kanye's time.
Let him think about it.
Kanye think.
No, here's what I can say. Yeah, my best song is always the last one that I did.
Oh yeah?
Actually, now that I think about it, because I consciously go into the studio with the intention of like, okay, we're doing better this time, you know.
How long does it take you to make a song?
Varies, bro. It depends what it requires. If I'm making like doing everything from start to finish, like as in like to get like a song you can release, I like to have a good 2 days. Like the first day I'm like creating like but I probably need more. If I have more than that, then sometimes I go back and but I kind of like to think of like art is finished the moment you like export it. And you say final export. You know what I'm saying? It stops you from constantly going back and whatever.
Oh yeah, facts. Because it never really ends. Like if you just leave it there, you just keep going back. Like 2 weeks will go, 3 weeks will go, and then it never goes out.
Yeah, it's just about like now. My thing is just like the song that my latest. I believe in that thing. You're only as good as your last thing. So it's definitely something from this Afro tech stuff. Though.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the last shit that I worked on.
Oh yeah, nah, that's interesting. Nah, that's dope shit, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Trinity, dog, you told me about your brand, fam, that you were planning to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we spoke, it was also off cam. You changed the name. I don't know if I'm mistaken. From I don't know if I can say that because I don't shake shit. So what's it about now?
I'm not gonna release the name.
Yeah.
Because it's something we're still working on.
Yeah.
But what the brand is all about, it's all about going against society. Yeah, well, in terms of like, you would see a Machita Nonklanje, they go to a club, yet you're earning 7-8K per month, but you're gonna go and buy a Hennessy that costs you 1.5. Yeah, well, and then you're gonna want all these slay queens and you're gonna be spending all your cash on them type shit. And then in the morning when you wake up on Namali, okanye utengi polo kodwa you staying in a windy house in Fethu. Yeah, but so it's all about enlightening abantu that come on guys, this is not it's not the way. Yeah, but in terms of my G, if you're earning 7K, why don't you just buy your alcohol and chill by the crib for yourself?
But dog, what about the people
like
who never had it? You know? Because sometimes what happens for people, you never had a 7K before, and now you have 7K, and you had a club. It's something that you never had before. Like it happens, like psychologically for some people, about you just wanna go at it. Like
I was a victim of that. Like,
it happens, dog.
I got my first check, which was actually like, I guess like, it was but I mean, I feel like it's necessary.
To go through that, and to learn, as long as it doesn't kill you.
Because it lets you know, all right, cool, you have this ability now. Now, next time, don't go and blow it.
And do that, So that's also all about my own experiences as well.
So you speaking from the perspective of like being there.
Yes, my guy. Like there was a time where I wasn't earning nothing less than 20 to 30K a month, bro. At the age of 22. Bro. And then
you fucked it all up.
My guy. Like bro, in one night.
Like I understand.
Bro, in one night, I would, like, my mom's and them all are witnesses of this. In one night, I'm a Hennessy out 4, out 5. Bro, in one night, Then the next day, there's still maybe one Hennessy left with a half one.
That's probably like installment,
bro. So, like, then I lost it all. So that's why with this brand, it's about also putting the story out there in fair too.
So is it focused on the clothing more, or there's also other things that you're gonna include?
No, it's mostly clothing.
Mostly clothing.
It's mostly just clothing.
Bro. Can we expect anytime soon?
Yeah, next year.
Or it's still under manufacture?
Still, you must remember there's still the thing of building capital, all that. You must remember, because I have had a brand before, Top Deck Entertainment, the clothing. So the reason why it failed was because at that time, I didn't understand promoting and marketing properly. In terms of, with a brand and music, it's two different things in terms of promoting and marketing. So I thought, I'm just going to put digital pictures out there and you do a photo shoot and stuff and my shit is going to sell. No, it's not like that. You need models. You need these content creators. You need
understanding the social space.
You need all of those people.
Trial and error equals to success, though.
So that's what I love about that failure. Because I only sold 2 tracksuits of Top Deck Entertainment.
So from you guys, we can expect a lot. In the coming year, 2025. 2025 sounds so good.
2025, the show is going on the road, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be an adventure. It's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Going to places that some of us have never been to. All of us, because we haven't seen nothing. But anyway, basically, yeah, it's in phases, you know what I'm saying? Every phase we look at like, you know, what have we accomplished? What is the goal? You know what I'm saying? And just really eventually turning this into like, there's a picture that Josh knows about, like, where it's like a picture of one of these big DJs like
Performing.
and it's like a sea of people, and then they got their hands up.
Oh yeah.
So for me, the final picture or the end goal looks like that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously all the things that come with it, but as far as like the show and everything, the brand that we're building, I wanted to get to that point where it's like, yeah, like I said, sea of people, and then the hands are up, you know what I'm saying? And we're doing like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, dog, you know, that's basically what the future holds. You know what I'm saying? It's life goes in stages, business goes in phases.
Facts. Tell me, Kimo, before the music, has there ever been anything else?
Nothing.
For real, dog. Like, I mean, it's scary, I feel it.
I don't give a fuck about that bullshit. Thing is, dog, I knew things that I wasn't supposed to know at a very young age. But this is all bullshit. You know, these are sheep for the slaughter.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I already knew. Nah, I just need to go to Joburg, and I just need to do the exact damn thing that I went and I did. You know?
How did your parents feel about that though?
They were not happy about it.
So into it.
So basically, I tricked my dad into like, I just needed to get to Joburg. You check.
Some people are risk takers, fam.
Oh my god.
Hey, bro, you gotta want it, man. You gotta want it. Like, I tricked this nigga. His thing was like, no son of mine is not gonna have an education. I'm like, dude, if you can pay my rent, that would be cool. Whatever. Watching. Anyway, so I ended up going to this school, which was not cheap. And then I dropped out like 6 months later. I was like, man, fuck this shit. Like, this isn't for me.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went back to hustling, going to strip clubs.
We always staying in Jersey, dog.
Randburg for the most part. Yeah, Randburg was home, nice and central.
Yeah,
safe.
Yeah, it's really not that busy because when I grew up, like Randburg, I think it's not the north.
Then I moved to the hills.
The hills with that. Sanson.
No. What's the name of the place? Not Riding.
Not Riding.
Yeah, no, it was the dumbest shit that I ever did, but it was like prove a point to like all this time you niggas thought I wasn't gonna do shit. Motherfucker, do we have a refill?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So like even if it's just a young. So like, you know, from there, like, yeah, dog, I went from basically being almost homeless to living in a fucking, like, you know, in a nice apartment where I didn't have to necessarily pay rent.
Oh yeah.
And I could just, you know, get high all day, make music, and just like eat and watch TV. It was like for 2 years. But you know, at that time I wasn't happy, you see, and that's the thing. Like I thought it was. So that's from 2018 to thing. That's why I learned a very important lesson, which is money does not buy happiness. Like money doesn't. It's not what you think it is.
Because from the way you're putting it, dog, it was pretty comfortable.
Yeah, dog. I did things that like whenever I set out to do something, like consider it like done. If I told myself I want, if I want something to happen, I want to go on tour, I want to perform, or I want to make
Ultra.
or I want to perform at Ultra. Like I really want to perform at Ultra. I want to perform at Spring Fiesta. I want to do all of this in 1 year. I want to be nominated at the Summer Awards. All of that kind of stuff. If there was a part of me that was like, I want to do this, I'll consider it done. Sure. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so with what else am I trying to answer?
But like most people will never believe that, dog. When you say that money doesn't buy happiness,
it doesn't. It doesn't. Dog, let me tell you something.
Dog, you can literally afford anything you like. Let's say strip clubs, food, entertainment, dog. You can afford all that.
Do you understand like the depth of what happiness is? Happiness a synonym for happiness is being content.
That's a synonym for a good guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's content. What is it when you're content? When you're nah? You get what I'm saying? You know what it is to be nah, to be like, come with me, dog. You know what I'm saying? I have everything that I need. I'm doing what I like to do. Whatever. No, happiness.
Oh, yeah.
Like happiness is something that everybody pursues in different ways. You know what I'm saying? But now the thing is understanding what it actually is. Beyond what society tells you it is, beyond what the media tells you happiness is, because the media is telling you that having a Ferrari is happiness. Now tell me something though. When you scrape that Ferrari, I mean, not that there's anything. I wouldn't mind at one point in my life having like a Ferrari or whatever, just because of the appreciation of cars that I have.
Yeah.
But now you scrape that thing, right? Because this is not the roads for that kind of car. Then now to replace it, you find out it's like 36,000. Are you happy about that? Having to pay that 36? Will you happily pay that 36,000? I don't think you will. So my point is that
money
like,
or not,
my point is that like, not to say I've had all the money in the world, but there was a point where I thought money was going to be the thing that fixes like, that hole that I had inside. So I went and I made a lot of it. And I spent a lot of it, and then I just felt even worse, But then when you get to a point where like you understand that money is a tool, that's what it should be. Like you don't depend on your screwdriver. If like, my screwdriver, like if I don't have my screwdriver, I ain't shit.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just something that this looks like it needs a screwdriver. Okay. Let me go and get the screwdriver.
That's actually a dope analogy.
You get what I'm saying? No, it's just that like obviously like, because of the things that I mentioned earlier, influence, media, just your overall environment. You're not I read a lot of books, dog.
Oh yeah, so that's where all this kind of
a thousand a week. What did the homie say? How many books does Cat Williams read like every day? Or was it every month or something? Every year?
I think it's a month. I think it's
like I read 1,000 books.
month.
No, that's like no. Okay, I don't
is
read.
that actually possible?
No, so that's not what I do. I just throw it in there as an Easter egg. But like, my point is that like I've chosen the books that like that people were recommending. People I looked up like Nipsey Hussle and stuff. You need to read this. You need to read Art of War. You need to read whatever, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all of them, just to understand, which, okay, so it puts you in perspective in terms of like money and stuff like that. Like even as a musician, the lucky part about being a musician or an artisan in any way is that you're getting lump sums of money for a specific amount of time, right? Now imagine you're a business-minded individual, right, who knows like you just need investment capital. But you know that this thing, it can make money for me in my sleep. You understand what I'm saying? So, a lot of people get, that's why a lot of guys, sort of like quote unquote die poor. I feel that's a bit of a generalization just when it comes to like our legends and such. But it's because of lack of that knowledge, and no one actually telling you, hey dog, like have you ever thought of like investing? Look at Molem. What's the rapper Molem? Nigga's a full-on farmer, right?
Oh yeah.
But he was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or was, but he still raps and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So just understanding like things like that they won't tell you because they want to keep us in the matrix, dog, and keep us broke. Keep us buying that Louis Vuitton and all that stuff so that we don't ever get on.
So that's why fucks with Andrew Tate got cool.
Andrew.
Andrew Tate.
It's been a minute to grab the nigga on socials, yes.
It's been quiet. And then also like just back to that thing that like Kimo was saying, it's a quote I always tell you.
Both
that I wrote.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just answering the question that I saw in the thing. Both. Jurassic Park books or anything by Michael Crichton. I've read most of those. The Hannibal books. I like things that deal with like psychology. Books within the psychology. But I also like entertainment. Like I'm very imaginative, so I like to a book is way more entertaining than any movie or series.
Because it also works with your mind.
Exactly.
How you
Imagine,
do it. Yeah.
imagine.
Like whenever I be watching something, like if there's something that something that catches my attention, I'm one of those people that rewind. I'm an annoying person to watch it because I'll rewind several times. So the same thing with books. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
Have you read The Alchemist?
No, I have not.
Yo, you must read it.
Yeah.
Right.
What's it about? Like, dog, I'm really low on books.
The Alchemist, even the slogan by itself, a fable about chasing your dreams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
The subtle art of not giving a fuck. That's what. That's what. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I've actually read about the book. I've never actually. I'm a YouTube guy, dog.
Read that.
Yo.
Read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. You will literally, like, you'll thank yourself because it's like, the problem is we give too much of a fuck, right?
Sure.
And then, I used to be guilty of that. That's why I went and fucking got that apartment when I could have reinvested that money and stuff. But you live and you learn, and stuff. But anyway, like, then when you just realize, though, like, it's just about, like, it's all about you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
seems like we're gonna be running out of time. This has actually been an interesting conversation,
I figured
it. Very, very informative for me, dog. But I'm still on that Ingovism 90. Did you know about that?
No, bro.
We've been on Kimo, dog. I never knew about that, dog.
Let me put it to you like this. Like, I've done like a lot of stuff. So much so that I don't know it off the top of my head. So I have a document where I have like all the stuff that I can remember. So I'll share it with Josh, then he can share it with you just so you can get like the full.
The full.
I think it's also on my bio. Like, but yeah, dog, you name them. Like, I made sure, which is like, hey man, if I'm coming to Joburg, which is what I wanted to do, I want to do everything. I wanted to produce for the biggest artists, check. I wanted to perform at the biggest festivals, the biggest stages, check. I wanted to at least be nominated at the Song of the Year nomination for Wolves, check. I've wanted to try doing the label thing, so now it's just about new goals. The next thing is about like overseas, though. That's what we're taking it.
Like, looking back from where you've been to where you are, do you have some form of, are you content? Are you happy about it?
Yeah, dog.
Like everything you've ticked.
Your journey, bro. Like, your journey is what your life is really about. Otherwise, nothing else. Not about your legacy or the good or the bad things that you did. It's just your journey. You know what I'm saying? So, my content now, personally, right now, I'm happy that I'm a motherfucker, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
you're just doing you, dog.
Yeah, dog. Because I figured it out eventually. What was making me so sad was the fact that, like, all I want to do is create. I just want to make shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's music, I'm creating. I must be creating. Why am I thinking of all these things that I'm being told by people? Which, no, you should be doing this, or you could have been this, or you just see for yourself, or whatever. But now, when you realize what's important to you and you accept that that's what's important to you, for me, it was like, dog, for as long as I've known you, this is me to me. Like, for as long as I've known you, all you do is create. Whether you're making fucking dinosaurs out of what do they call? They used to call it cartridge paper.
Do you draw?
Yeah, I draw. I do Photoshop. I edit videos. Every video that I put out.
So you literally creative.
Yeah, dog. As long as I'm creating, these niggas learned that shit from me. Nigga. God damn it. Like,
it's also like you being on the keys give you also that sense of creation.
The keys thing kind of just like, for me, it's like, it's another thing that I always told myself, hey, now I want to know how to play the keys. So I taught myself everything that I've ever learned is like, YouTube or self-taught.
Yeah.
But music stuff is just like, I like how this sounds. Yeah. And then I just practice.
Yeah.
Practice. What does Uncle Ray say? I know it's a bad word, but practice. Seriously, dog, like after I saw that video, then for my sets, I practice every day. To the point where now, like, every time we pull up somewhere, I know exactly what to press. Exactly, because it's two fucking keyboards. An MPC, a mic, a vocoder. You get what I'm saying?
Because I've always found it hard to do, dog. Singing like a live show, dog, it's really not that easy. Because you're focusing on the way you're singing and then it's the keys like that. It really has to.
Yeah,
take
so
practice.
I told myself to like, you know, like I said, man, if I want to be able to do it, then consider it done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, James, I think we have to have another episode, especially
Yeah,
after
part
you
two,
guys
bro.
have like done like what you guys are talking about.
When it
Before. I
comes
think
out,
like
sure.
I think beginning of the year, probably Jan, Feb, like
Now
when
give
you
us
guys.
some time, though, because we wanna do all these. You know, Makufe.
Yeah, but
Like Makufe.
Bloom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to do that, dog. So you know, all
that's
that stuff.
in Makofi is in October.
So, yeah,
September.
yeah. So
Oh yeah,
I want to be like doing like shit like that, you know, so that when we come back and talk,
there's
about
something
it,
to
it's
talk
like,
about. That's like,
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
remember when we were here? I was telling you about Makufe.
shit, dog.
Makufe was lit, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, shit, dog.
Nothing.
Nah, I'll hold you to that, Kim. I'll hold you to that. Anyway, but James, yeah.
With that being said, man, you know, like, man, this is DJ Trinity, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no at this point now, just so because one of the main things I kind of wanted like people to know who to like, you know, this is my guy.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So this
yeah.
is my DJ. We work together basically in what we do. You know what I'm saying? He's my second band member.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? You know, he drops my beats, he makes the show go crazy, dog. And, you know, I appreciate that, dog. You know, and yeah, so that's why, you know, we're still gonna do big things, dog. You know, and I appreciate the fact that, because not everybody will be like, you know, will be, will be like willing to play second fiddle.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get what
yeah,
I'm saying? But like, one thing, like based off our experiences, we're both doing this thing for the right reason. You know, and that's why we just like we're killing it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, all you people out there, man, you know, it's Kokstad Connect.
Shout out. Hey, dog, Kimo,
It's all
DJ
love.
Trinity, dog. It's been a dope conversation. It's been very interesting for me, very informative. And like, I know a lot of people back at home, actually everywhere in the world, because that's how I always
Yeah, that's how we look at it.
That's
Yeah,
how I always look at it.
facts.
Anyway,
Not
in the
just-
world, that's what I
not
always
just-
say to my
yeah.
word, dog, because especially since this is going to be on YouTube, dog. YouTube is like the universe.
And it's forever.
It's
That's
forever.
what I
That's
mean.
what I always say, because this shit is gonna exist for the next.
I mean-
I don't know how long the internet actually lives.
No,
dog.
definitely.
So yeah, man, I appreciate you guys coming through. It's actually been quite dope. It's actually been quite interesting. Yeah, looking forward and wishing you guys well, dog, for next year. 2025 is the year. Appreciate it, man.
I just want to say something to artists
yeah.
because I know
Yeah.
a lot of artists.
Yeah,
Yeah, gents, like just pay that 150 for the Samro thing. Man.
Yeah.
Because you never know like where your
Yeah.
music is playing,
Yeah.
and you've got like a big check that can sort of change your whole situation. So Samro, prioritize Sampra, prioritize what's the other one? Yeah, Risa. No, not Risa. Capasso.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and don't sign anything. Like, stay independent in this day and age. Like, independence is no longer a choice. Like, if you want to make money from music, you have to just invest your everything and know to like, yo, I'm doing this music thing. I don't care what my mom thinks. I don't care what my dad thinks. You know, I don't care what my girl thinks. You know, and you just push this thing. Eventually, trust coming from, take it from me,
That's
dog.
major sacrifice. What he was talking about, yo. Yeah, nah, thanks. Guys,
This is Kimosabe, this is DJ Trinity, this is Pato.
we are on, dog.
Mr.
Appreciate
Pato,
it.
what's poppin'?
DJ Trinity, you already know what's
All
popping,
the
my
time,
G.
yo.
Guys, like, follow, subscribe, stay connected at Kokstad Connect. You already know what's popping. Check you next time. Bless.
Bless all love, man.
Yes,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Dog,
That's the
nice.
most.
Lost my faith, and I've been trying to find it ever since you left. Won't you come back so I can feel again?